One of the most important things I can do as a teacher, and reference that I've made before up here, why. I have to explain my why. Arguably, my second biggest flaw as a teacher is spending too much time on the why and not enough on the how, not enough on the what. But I feel guilty if I ever teach anything that I cannot tell my students, this is how you can use this in life. The argument that they perpetually make years later is, well, I'm glad I read Beowulf in class, but I don't know how to do my taxes. Now, that is total meme type garbage, and anti-education memes, anti-almost everything memes have gotten to the point where they're like the currency of the uneducated. They're just random comments that have a smidge of truth and the rest of it is just garbage. You want to do your taxes? I got the list of how to do them right there. Why be in school? So you learn to follow instructions, so you learn how to do your taxes. I hate when people say, I don't know how to do my taxes. I have a list of 3 things right there. Use apps, use tax people, follow instructions. How to do your taxes. Hey, I just taught you. Awesome. But to avoid this idea, each day I always put a note up there to say, this is what we're covering. And right now we're covering the outsiders. I cover the outsiders because I teach in a low socioeconomic area. And the fact is, a lot of our students here, if they went to a big city, wealthy part of town school, a lot of us would be greasers. It happens. So it is important for me to explain to them multiple things about this story that are crazy important. So first, I want to teach them about poverty. Why? This way they know there's poverty that is generational, but also poverty that's, hey, I just lost my job. I'm out of work for a little while. And the fact is, a lot of students in our country are generational poverty. They're poor, their parents are poor, their grandparents, their uncles, their cousins, and poverty is a systemic part of their life. Well, how do we fix that? All right. Well, this is the why of the outsiders. I'm going to focus on the traits that each character has that puts them at higher risk for future problems, or the steps they take to have lower risk of future problems. One of the big factors is the concept of hope. Hope is an amazing thing. Your job might be terrible, but if you have a manager that takes care of business, things are okay. If you have a manager that's pointing out what you're doing wrong or pointing out how terrible the job is, it's terrible. But if you have a we're in this together type manager, it works. And a friend group can do that. Let's get this done and let's do it together. Let's improve our lot in life together. Obviously, 15-year-old people aren't going to verbalize that concept. But the idea of it's Friday night and you head down to the park and you're on the swings at 11 o'clock at night and you turn to your friend and you say, we need to get out of here. And I don't mean the running away type. We have to live our lives. Obviously, this conversation is going to happen like this, I know. But we got to live our lives in such a way that we are able to escape this. Now, for a lot of students, they don't need to escape anything. They're quite happy here. It's a pretty rural area. They have farms, they have land. They're going to be very happy. But a third of our students, not so happy. They don't have perfect life. Well, who does? But they don't have the life they want to be living. Well, what do they need to do? They need to read The Outsiders. They have to find out that they're not alone. They got to find out that Johnny Cade is out there. They got to find out that Ponyboy Curtis is out there and Dallas Winston. And they have to see the consequences of certain mindsets to their life. That if you think like this could happen. If you think like this could happen. So today's note is about vicarious learning. And it says, when we read, we learn through the experiences of other people. It's one of the key reasons why we read. When we read, we get to see what Johnny Cade is going through. But Johnny Cade is fictional, correct? But the kid who sits right here is real. And he's probably a lot like Johnny Cade. And this guy up here is a lot like Soda Pop. And this girl over here, forget that. A whole bunch of these girls over here are a lot like, oh, I just blanked. Oh, Cherry Valance. So I put up a picture of Scumbag Steve, the meme from a few years ago. And for the first year ever, I had like 10 girls within my 3 classes said, well, he's pretty hot. The point of the meme is he's Scumbag Steve. He gives off that cringe. Oh no, I guess multiple girls are like, he's cute, he's cute. And even one of them I called out for, I'm like, no. And she's like, Conway, you know what I am. Scumbag Steve. The meme is called Scumbag Steve. All right. So why teach the outsiders? Because students need to see that they're not alone in this world. Now, there's other reasons why to teach the outsiders, but I got to keep these brief. So this is just one take on why to read the outsiders. And the take is because for a lot of kids, that is their life. What the greasers go through is what some of them go through. What Johnny Cade goes through when he goes home, it happens right here. What Cherry Valance goes through where she chases after bad boys happens right here. What Pony goes through when he feels like the people taking care of him are mean, even though they're trying to take care, he thinks they're mean. Yeah, that's parenting. I happen to be a parent. Almost anytime I discipline my kids, they feel like I'm being the worst guy in the world. That's just the way. And Pony Boy is a living example of this. The kid who jokes around but doesn't actually do anything and isn't getting any of the school except for giggles. Two-bit. Is that kid in my class? Yeah. Like sits here, sits here, sits here. Yeah. All right. On that note, I'm going to take a swig. 7:16 p.m. coffee. But I needed to make one of these videos because I have not made one in a while. No excuse. But our living arrangements have changed at home. Again, nothing bad, but my schedule now after school is getting home as quickly as possible. So that's all. Later.